best, worst
content.
Who, what, it must be. Who, what, it must be. Divine. It's spiritual warfare out here. It's spiritual warfare out here. That's why we must stay protected and equipped with these self-healing affirmations with a twist. Best, worst content? Oh yeah, that's the brand. That's the foundation to this healing journey. That not great, not good enough, but you fuck with it content. I am not my diagnosis. I am not what I've been through. You can beat me verbally, physically, mentally, emotionally, but you can't destroy me. I rise up, weathering storms no matter what. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your self-healing affirmations with a twist. I'll be your host, and I go by Divine DJ. And before we get started, just a quick, rundown of the schedule. The affirmations will be posted at the beginning, middle, and end of the week. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Each week we'll have a different theme to give more context to the affirmation. And be advised, this content is for a mature audience. Our current theme of the week is inner drive. And our affirmation today is obsession. Obsession. If anybody's ever listened to C.T. Fletcher, man, he's one hell of a motivational speaker. And when I tell you the energy he gives to keep you motivated and to keep you moving and being consistent, it's just like he's one of my biggest inspirations, man. Like, I love his story and how he has this zero fucks given attitude, so to say. All right. So obsession, what is it? And I brought that up to say that he speaks a lot about the key to getting to the places and getting in a space where we want to be is about being obsessed. Obsession. The domination of one's thoughts or feelings by a persistent idea, image, or desire. Abusers fit this definition to a T. Instead, they don't use it to manifest good things. Instead, they use it to manifest your downfall, ultimately, in the end, and their own, right? So they manifest their own downfall, and they're aiming to manifest yours. Let's look at it a little bit more in depth, right? They're persistent in creating an idea, a narrative of you that they drill into you, reminding you how you're not all that, you're not good enough, you need to meet unrealistic expectations, expectations they couldn't even begin to even meet themselves. Since you're so incompetent, you need them and won't make it without them. They're persistent in seeing you as everything but who you really are, and very motivated to convince others of this image that they've made of you. Their desire to destroy you to make themselves feel superior. To make these persistent acts your reality. Destruction doesn't have to be literally, physical. They want to destroy your mind, right? We keep talking about that. We've talked about it, and I'm going to keep bringing it up. They want to destroy your mind. The enemy is that of the mind, so that you won't be able to make the physical contributions for self and or others, because that is a part of each of our purposes is to be able to help others, right? And if you don't believe that, get on into that meditation and pray so that you understand that that is a part of your purpose. You're not just here to be a frog on a log, so to say. I want to emphasize how important getting clear-headed is. To tackle abuse, you need to check your abusive ways. Oh yeah, we're going there. You got to be able to check yourself. Are you doing things to keep you blinded to what's going on? I literally had to stop smoking weed just to evaluate if people around me was sabotaging me. If you sitting up smoking with the enemy, you might not realize that's the enemy. Not unless you openly invited him in. And that's a topic for a whole nother situation, because when we are actively in our addictions, we know who we receive info from. We know who we let in purposely. It be the people closest to us that take advantage of your weaknesses, your mental health. They take advantage of you at your lowest point. When I say close to you, these are people who probably know what you're going through. And they actually use that to exploit you. And I'm going to use, for example, if you know that my mother just passed away, why are we hitting at things with, And way, if you're dealing with, how should I say, if you're dealing with the passing, and we're in that, and most people have already experienced this, and you're dealing with grief and the passing of a loved one, and you have, the outside noise, people worried about money, people worried about all the unnecessary things instead of, being a shoulder, actually being there to comfort somebody, bring, especially a parent, you know what I'm saying? And especially if you're like me, that's all we know. And you have people that want to attack. They want to attack you or bring more toxicity into a situation that doesn't need to be. Again, these are topics for another time, but like we're going to get more in depth about that, about how people will pick the wrong time to want to start picking you apart. People literally attacked me when I needed them the most. So I was willing to work on my vices, my addictions, and my mental health because those things were keeping me very blinded. I'm honest enough to say that. Like they were a distraction, a hindrance to what I was doing because it's a crutch for you, but it's a, how should I say this? It's a crutch for you, but like a power play for your enemy, for your haters. I'm not interested anymore in giving these types of people reasons to justify their abuse toward me, their narcissistic ways. Get obsessed with getting clean, having a clear mind, walking in your truth, prioritizing yourself over anything except God. God should be first, of course. Protecting your energy, assisting others who may be struggling in the same or similar situation. Raise your vibration. No backtracking, only forward movement. Change that imposed image, create the version of you see fit, and I mean you are 100% comfortable with. Be obsessed with the word no. No is your new friend. Make decisions and moves from a logical space, not an emotional one. Get obsessed with destroying the enemy. Be just obsessed with destroying the enemy just like they are with destroying you. Until we meet again, remember your inner self, remember your inner voice is your personal trainer. Listen to it, obey it. Keep in mind, obey the higher vibrations of your mind, not the lower version of yourself. Make sure you're praying, meditating, and reflecting. And remember, it's one love is for self. Peace.